India, Assistant Professor in Noble Group of Institutions. Today, I am here to discuss about the passing package for Business Studies subject. Hope you people know that from March 9, PU board is commencing the second PUC board examination, and on 16th you have your Business Studies exam. Most students will be having a confusion on how to study for the examination, so there will be a lot of confusions going on. And today I am here to deal with all those confusions. The first thing you all have to know is the question paper pattern had been changed for the year 2023 by PU board. And this is how your question paper pattern looks like. Whenever you are preparing for your examination, analyzing the blueprint plays a very important role. Now, let's get into the blueprint of Business Studies subject.
And now, you are seeing the blueprint of Business Studies subject. Hope you all know that there are 12 chapters in Business Studies. If you see the total column, they have clearly mentioned you people that how the questions is being chosen from each individual chapter. VSA is very short answers, which means 1 marks questions. SA is short answers, which means 2 marks questions. LA, long answers, 4 marks questions. EA is your 8 marks questions. And at the last, you have practical oriented questions, which is being chosen by chapter number 1, chapter number 7, and chapter number 11. And the highest marks allotted for the chapters are chapter 1, chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7, chapter 9, chapter 10, and chapter 11.
The first will be part A. So where the part A will be having 4 mains. The first main will be your choose the following. Second main will be your fill in the blanks. Third main will be your match the following. And fourth main will be your one word answers. So all these sections will be carrying 5 marks, where 20 marks is compulsory for you, and no, there is no options for you. Then you have your part B. So part B is for 2 marks, where you have to attempt 9 questions. So 9 2s are 18. Then you have your part C. Part C is for 4 marks, where you have to attempt 7 questions. So 4 7s are 28. Part D is for 8 marks. You have to attempt 3 questions. So 3 8s are 24. And part E will be your practical oriented question, where you have to attempt 2 questions, that is 5 2s are 10. So this is how your question paper pattern looks like. As we have already seen the blueprint, practical oriented questions will be chosen only by 3 chapters. That is chapter number 1, 7 and 11. Your first question will be, draw the neat diagram of different levels of management. There will be 3 levels of management: top level, middle level, operational level. Your top level will be having your board of directors, chairman, CEO. Your middle level, sales manager, purchase manager, marketing manager. And at the operational level, there will be supervisor and a foreman. Your next question will be, draw the diagram of Maslow's need hierarchy theory.
Maslow's hierarchy need flows from bottom level to top level. Basic physiological need, safety or security need, affiliation or belongingness need, esteem needs, self-actualization need. So this is your Maslow's need hierarchy theory.
Your third question will be, as a marketing manager, suggest any 5 sales promotion activities to boost up your sales. Your 5 sales promotion activities are discount, free samples, rebate, refund, quantity gifts. These are the 3 most important questions for your practical oriented, and friends, 10 marks is in your pocket. We are done with practical oriented questions. Now let's move on to 8 marks questions, which is most repeated in your examinations. So I will be choosing the 3 very important questions which will be there for your examination. So 8 3s are 24. Friends, 24 marks can be gained very easily. The first question which is most repeated is characteristics of management, which is there in your first chapter. So you have read n number of times. Just to have a recap, I will be telling you the characteristics of management. The first point is, management is goal-oriented process. See, every human being, no matter what, everyone will be having some goal in their life to achieve it. So in the same way, the management is also having certain goals to achieve, like whether it is increasing the sales or profit more multidimensional activity. So management is multidimensional in perspective of work, people and operation. So management of work, where the management, when you take the word management, definitely the work is involved in it, where they have to make sure that to achieve their goals, the work has to be done properly. Management of people. So with the work, they have to manage even the people and make sure that the people are working towards their goal. Management of operations. So there will be a lot of operations in the management going on, whether producing a product or etc. So all these are the management is multidimensional. So these are the 3 points which covers under management of multidimensional activity, or it is multidimensional. Then we have management is continuous process. So management is continuous. This is where you can take the functions of management which you have is planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. So management is continuous process with respect to 5 functions of management. Management is group activity. So Kannadದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಹನಿ ಹನಿ ಗುಡಿದರೆ ಹಳ್ಳ. So ಹಾಗೆ management is group activities where you have to involve all your workers or employees together and make sure that everyone are working towards your goal. Management is dynamic function. So management is dynamic. It is like flexible. We have to adapt to the changing environment. Management is intangible force. So management is intangible, which we can't see, only we can feel it. So which we can't touch, which we can't see it, but we can feel it. So like we will be having some work stresses, or maybe there will be ups and downs with respect to our profit or losses. So management is intangible force where we can feel it. Management is all pervasive. So management is all pervasive, whether it is economical, political or social. So management is all pervasive function. So these are the characteristics of management. And students, note that whenever you are answering 8 marks questions, so first you have to mention all the points under particular question. So when you mention the point, you will get 2 marks, and for the explanation of each point, you will get 6 marks. So 6 plus 2 will be your 8 marks. So this is how the valuation pattern goes. So whenever you don't know the explanation, kindly mention the point so you will not lose your 2 marks. Your next important question in 8 marks is staffing process. So this is repeated more number of time, and this year this question is most expected. See, first let's see what is staffing. So staffing is choosing the right people for the right job. So when you are answering this question, first drop down a chart of staffing process, so which will fetch you 2 marks, and then go for an explanation. The first point under staffing process is estimating the manpower requirement. So any organization, so first they have to estimate what is the requirement of manpower for their organization depending upon the different job roles. So estimating the manpower will make them to analyze the requirement of manpower, and they can choose the manpower depending upon the different job roles. And the next one you have is a recruitment. So whenever we are recruiting a manpower, so we have to see what is our job role. So first we have to analyze the job role, and then we have to recruit the employee for particular job role. By depending upon their abilities, skills, qualification matters the most. Then we have a selection. So whenever we are selecting an individual or selecting a worker or an employee for the organization for particular job role, we have to see the particular individual's qualification, their skills, and whether that particular individual is suiting for the job role that is vacant in the organization. Then we have a placement and orientation. The next step you have is placement, is where the employee who has been recruited will be placed for the job. He has been recruited, and then we will give a orientation for that particular worker. Always the orientation plays a very important role, because that gives a clear picture for an employee or depending upon for that particular job. So orientation is very important for the employees for knowing their job role. Then we have training and development. So if an employee has to work or has to give his efforts, or has to put his efforts more towards his job, so training will give a clear concept, a clear picture for an individual depending for their particular job roles. So then we have performance appraisal. So there is always a quote: an individual, when he feels appreciated, he'll do more than what you people will expect. So performance appraisal employees will sustain for a longer term in your organization. Then we have a promotions and career planning. So promotions and career, as I told you how the performance appraisal is important, in the same way the promotion and career opportunities or career planning is one of the major important part of any of the individual or any employees. So giving a promotions or giving some career enhancement is very important for an individual, so that you can sustain that particular employee for a longer term in your organization. Then you have a compensation. So any individual who is working in an organization, it is not only for your salary or the wages. So giving some commissions, extra bonus, incentives will help you. That will make an employee for working more than what you have expected from him, and that will keep him it is a kind of a booster for him to work more in your organization. So this is the staffing process. And friends, this is all for the day. And today we have discussed practical oriented question, which is for 10 marks, and 2 8 marks questions, that is 16 marks. Yes, we have discussed 26 marks today, and this 26 marks is compulsory, and it will be there in your final examination, trust me. In our next video, we will discuss few more important questions that will be there for your final examination.